Hey, William Gilmore here for the ScreenwritersJourney.com, and it is day 26 of the journey. And today I took an episode of my web series Everyday Clowns into the IAWTV's Writers Workshop. Now, I've known that this deadline, this workshop is going to take place today for at least a month, actually before I started the website. And so it was incorporated as part of my monthly plan that I would have this episode done for this reading. That would give me at least 10 pages for the month as part of my 30-page goal. And I just got so caught up in the website and the rewrites of come-ups that I just kept pushing this off and pushing this off. Going, I can do it. I'll get to it. And suddenly it was Thursday, and I needed it for Saturday noon today. And I didn't have anything. So Thursday night, I was kind of figuring out what I was going to be doing and putting scenes together and figuring out how I was going to make this 10 pages work. And I didn't actually start writing until about 9 o'clock last night. So a little late for a deadline, but you know, it did force me to sit down and actually finally do it. And I worked on it until about 12:30, I guess, last night, and got 7 pages in. And at that point, I kind of had figured out that I wasn't going to be able to get everything into the episode that I wanted. It was going to be narrowed down and just focus on Mr. Fancy Pants. And so when I went to bed, I was like, all right, I want this done by page 12. And I'm on page 7, so that gives me 5 pages. I'll get 2 pages for this, 1 page for the mugging. Mr. Fancy Pants gets mugged by mimes. And then 2 pages to wrap it up. I'll give you my 5 pages. I'll get up early tomorrow morning, today, and take care of that. And I did. I got up early and sat down and started writing, and got to page 10, then I got to page 12, 13, 14, started to spill over into 15. I was like, oh my God, this is going to go on forever. But I did manage to end it on page 15. So almost a full 15 pages, then went back through and kind of trimmed up a little bit, and I got it down to, it's actually 14 pages and like an eighth. I did spill over onto 15 a little bit. So 14 pages, that gives me almost half of what I needed for the month, and I did it in just a couple of hours. So if you take the time, you can really knock some stuff out if you are focused on it. It's probably not good to wait that long and force yourself to do it, but like I said, I was busy doing other things. It wasn't like I just totally blew it off. So then I took it into the reading. I finished it around 10:30, I guess, and jumped into the shower and was on the road by 11:30. And got there right at noon, and I was the first writer up, and I have to say it actually went fairly well. One of my actors, so-so, kind of missed some of the points that I wanted, but everybody else was getting the intention. He was just in a different screenplay. Yet it still got laughs. So taking that into consideration, I thought it went pretty well. It flowed a lot better than I thought it was going to, considering I threw it together so quickly. And didn't really need all the extraneous stuff that I was wanting to put into it. If I could somehow trim this down a little bit more, I'd be happy. I'm not sure where that trim is going to come because it's just so rapid fire. But the big comment afterwards, you know, there were a number of things. You know, we'd like to see some more pathos. We'd like to see some more of this. We'd like to see some more of that. I'm like, yeah, I'd love to also, but when you're trying to do it in 10 minutes, there's only so much you can cram in there, and there's a lot crammed into this episode already. And those things will be coming up in other episodes as we start to know more about the clowns. But the big comment that I thought was really great was they asked, you know, how many drafts into this are you? And I was like, didn't really want to say, well, I finished typing about a half hour before I got here. So I just said, well, it's my rough draft. I haven't really had a chance to go through it yet and clean it up. And they went, wow, really? This feels pretty polished. We figured this was 3 or 4 drafts in. I was like, literally, I finished typing and hit print. So that was a good comment. I felt good about that. If you're not familiar yet with the Everyday Clowns, you can find some of the early episodes on the project page And essentially, it is a comedy web series that follows three clowns who have been abandoned by their circus at the end of the season, and so they have to winter in Hoboken, New Jersey, and live with the Rubes for a couple of months until another circus comes to town and they can go back on the road. So it's basically a fish out of water kind of story. Clowns in the real world. So check that out. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. It may be a day of rest. So I will check in again tomorrow. Please check back in, and until then, keep writing.